So last night, everybody saw CM Punk's return to Raw, heard his return promo, and for as, I guess you could say, as short as it was, in my opinion, not bad. It was to the point and pretty much gave us an idea of what we're going to get. Or did it? Because a lot of people saw that and they said it was very tame. It was very, non-eventful. There was nothing really, extraordinary to say about it. Nothing memorable. And that is indeed true. It felt very, I guess you could say, work shootish kind of, but in a very tame, very, I guess you could say, orderly fashion. He was still himself. You could tell he wasn't working off any scripts or bullet points or anything like that. He was himself. And, true, he might have had some suggestions, like not bullet points like I mentioned, but he may have had some suggestions as to maybe what to say, and that's it. But he was mostly himself. He said, hey, everybody is afraid of the truth. And the truth that they're afraid of is he's the guy that has the brass ring in his back pocket. That he's set a bar that, so high they can't obtain, or something to that extent. So he still had a little bit of what CM Punk to be, in that promo. But, where was the CM Punk we saw before? Like, where was the CM Punk we saw in AEW? Where was the CM Punk we had seen a little over a decade ago, when he was in WWE, and he would basically, be the CM Punk that pretty much exploded 100 times over in AEW. Where was that CM Punk? And I say this to that. I say this to that question. That CM Punk that you got a little over a decade ago, the one that did the pipe bomb and all that, and so on, even afterwards, the guy that was real, the guy that was, the rebel, the voice of the voiceless, that guy is going to show up. That CM Punk is going to show up. The guy you saw in AEW, that CM Punk is also going to show up, but not so quickly. Because you see, WWE's not stupid. CM Punk's not stupid. They realize what they have in each other. And CM Punk knows, Phil Brooks knows, that if he's going to make this work, that if he's going to truly prove to the world that he has changed and that he's willing to play by the rules, if it does allow him to be himself, if it does allow him to do the work shoot like stories and promos that he's known for, then he will basically be on his best behavior for the rest of the year. Because what you got right now is what's known as a 90-day trial. That's right, a 90-day trial. Now, he may have signed a multi-year contract, but that doesn't mean that after 90 days, they can't say, well, you did this, Punk, you did this, Phil, and that wasn't right, that was against our agreement, we're going to have to take control now, or we got to release you. It doesn't mean basically that he's going to be free from that, because, he's not. He's not going to be free from that, because if he screws up, then pretty much he knows he's done. Either he's done for in being allowed to do his own thing, or he's done for and he's let go. He knows that, period. So he's going to be on his best behavior. He's going to be on his best behavior, at least for the rest of the year and going into the beginning of 2024 and going into WrestleMania season. Now, will he end up being more of the CM Punk we saw a decade ago, as well as what we saw, basically explosively 10 times more in AEW? Oh yeah. Like I said, we will see that. But it all depends on the right circumstances. There are rumors that he's got 2 big feuds coming up. Obviously, one of them is going to be with Seth Rollins. What the other one is, we don't know just yet. I haven't, read into that just yet. But basically, Seth has got to be one of those major feuds, especially going into Mania. And you can only imagine, the work shoots that these two are going to have the work shoot environment and promos these two are going to have against each other when that happens. So basically what's going on is you're going to get the CM Punk of old. You're going to get the CM Punk that you saw in AEW, but basically dialed up 100 times more when he was there, but not so much here in WWE. You're going to get all of that. You're going to get that CM Punk. But you're going to, in my opinion, you're going to get a mixture of it. Like what you saw last night, that was just the tip of the iceberg. That was just a taste, a sample, an appetizer of what you're going to get. Because he's going to say what he's got to say. Yeah, he's going to probably basically mull it over with Triple H and all of them and say, hey, is it okay if I go in this direction and say this? And they'll either say yay or nay. Or they might say, yeah, you could do that, but can we suggest, adding a little bit of this to it or toning it down a bit? And that's probably about it. That's probably all that's going to happen. But I guarantee you, we are going to get the CM Punk that we got over a decade ago in WWE, as well as a bit of that CM Punk we got, dialed up 100 times more, in AEW. We're going to get a blending of that here in WWE. We're going to get that, eventually. We are going to get that. And all you have to do is be patient about it. All you have to do is be patient about it because, there's an old saying of the best things come to those who wait. The best things come to those who wait. And in this case, the best is yet to come. And with CM Punk, that's obvious. That's the truth. That is the truth. So in my opinion, we are just getting a sample, a reintroduction of what this man is capable of, when he's in the WWE. And you want to know when that moment's going to come. You want to know when you're going to get that moment when oh yeah, here we go. Playtime's over. Pipebomb City's coming. You know when it's going to happen? That's going to happen when he does the same thing he did in AEW. When he takes that, that box, around the microphone, he takes that cover, that WWE logo cover, that you'll know things are going to be turned up, tenfold, if you will, when he grabs that, microphone cover, that has the WWE logo on it, slides it off and tosses it to the side. That's when you're going to know, hey, blank is about to hit the fan. Even if it's in work shoot mode or for a work shoot feud or program with somebody, when he does that, we're about to go right into the blazing lava of a volcano head first. And you know it. So again, all that's asked right now, I'm sure Punk wanted to, he'd ask it himself. But I guarantee you right now as a fellow fan, all that is asked is for patience. Because again, the best things come to those who wait. And in this case, Punk being the Punk we saw in AEW, as well as 10 years ago in WWE, coming out as a hybrid, it's coming. We just got to be patient.